Alright guys, we're back with, guess what? 2-on-1 finishes. This one is very easy to get, one of my favorites again. And why I love it so much is because it's a little bit painful. But again, right, on this, the higher levels you get, if they don't feel pain, it's hard to score. That's just the painful truth to it. Okay, so what we do is we peel 2-on-1. Okay, we still have it really tight. And a lot of guys defend by trying to get really good head position right here, and they, fight whatever. It doesn't really matter if they find my wrist or elbow or whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter as long as the head is close. That's all I care about. And a lot of times, to be honest with you, the easiest way to get this is not even wait for them to react. I just peel the 2-on-1 and straight go for it, okay? Because as soon as I peel, if we're wrestling, right, and I peel 2-on-1 and they put their head there, perfect. That's exactly when I go for it. I don't even wait for them to react. I don't let them get comfortable, okay? And when you know what you're looking for, it's very simple for you guys to transition right into it without having to wait. Which I'm sure a lot of you coaches, or a lot of your coaches are teaching you the same thing. When you guys are drilling, wrestling, when you're transitioning from one move to another, you don't wait, you don't stop, right? You don't kill the momentum. You go right into the next move, and that's when it's the most effective. So that's exactly what we're going to do here too. Again, with peel, I'm going to go slow at first so you guys can understand. With peel, as soon as the head goes here, I feel him getting head position. All I'm going to do is uppercut him under, not literally him, but that's going to be the same motion. And I'm trying to whip my arm literally right around his neck, right here. Boom. Okay, as deep as I can get. The only way to get really deep is make sure that this shoulder drops under his shoulder, okay? Right here. This shoulder's on top, it has to drop under. Okay, that's the only way you guys can get deep. If shoulder's on top, it's going to be impossible for you to go deep. You have to drop and then go. Okay? Now, again, once we get to this, we're here, we drop, I pull everything in, and notice when I pull, see how his head is turned? I don't release this. If I release this and slide, he's gonna turn his head and it's not gonna be as tight. So what I want to do is once I pull him in, I keep his head turned that way, and it's very difficult for him to defend that or to resist it. I mean, when his neck is turned this way, he's not very strong right here, okay? Again, we're here, go under, pull. This arm grabs, I don't ever let go of this one, of the right one. Left one grabs my wrist, and the way I pinch everything in is this leg steps over and pull in, and now I'm going to look the direction of the throw. I'm going to throw him that way. I'm going to start sitting down, load him up on my hips, and pop with my hips right here. Finish on top. Again, when you guys throw him, when he's already down on the mat, I release a little bit so I can create room for myself, and I get on top and I tighten everything back up. Let me give you a little bit of a different angle here. We peel 2-on-1, drop my shoulder, uppercut, pull everything in, step over, and I pull. What makes this tight, guys, is this elbow pinching in. My goal is to have his head turned this way, okay, and to have this arm as stretched as possible right here. And the only way for me to do that is by going here and pulling my elbow to my ribs. Again, we're here, pull, pull. Everything's tight, and this is where we go. We lower our level, pop with our hips, and we go that way, and we look again in the direction of the throw, right here. Once we get to this point, I put my head in the mat, roll on top, and get it tight. Okay? The important things, one more time guys, are to make sure you lower your shoulder underneath, whip around his head, pull everything tight, and never let it go again. Okay? This arm goes on top, locks my own wrist. This leg steps over the top, pulls everything in. My elbow pulls everything in so it's tight. We want to make sure we're stretching him like this. And when we go to throw, we don't just roll. We start rolling and then we pop our hips to help him jump over the top of us. You want to make sure that you're maximizing, okay? Once you throw him, don't just get satisfied for the 4 points. Yes, it's awesome, you get 4 points, but you could end the match right then and there. So get on top, get the pin. Alright guys, welcome back. We are doing another awesome finish from 2-on-1 or the Russian tie, whatever you prefer. This one, super simple, and a lot of people don't really expect it. And you can go right from peeling the 2-on-1. As soon as you get to it, you can go right to the throw. It's a throw, it's a big move, it's a 4-point throw. but it's super simple to get to, and a lot of people don't expect to be thrown from that position, to be honest with you. And here's how it works. I'm gonna kind of show you, go through the move slow, and then I'm gonna break it down for you. Okay, we peel 2-on-1. Once we get here, now you can do it straight from the wrist without having to climb up the arm, but I prefer to take an extra step just to get it tighter, and I actually get my arm above his elbow. Again, just like we did in one of the earliest episodes where we showed how to climb up the arm and go just to get a simple takedown. Okay, it's gonna be the same principle. We're here on 2-on-1, I'm gonna climb above and pinch here. As soon as I get here, this time I don't grab down the waist, I grab his lat right here, his armpit. Okay, whatever I can grab right here, it's a good handhold. Okay, as soon as I get to that point, all I want to do is step in front, and I kind of throw him like a lateral drop. Again, here's what it is. Peel, step in front, turn my hips, turn my head, always look in the direction of the throw, right? And we pop our hips. Again, one more time. Peel 2-on-1, we'll get here, grab the lat, step in front, load him up, look the direction of the throw, and throw him right there. Super easy 4 points. Why it works so well is because there is no way for him to stop this, okay? If you think about it, if you guys think about it, I'm taking him in a direction that he has no post. I'm blocking his arm, and when I step right here, I load him up on my hips, and I'm taking him this way. He has no post right here. It's going straight towards his back. It's very difficult for him to defend, very easy for me to get, okay? Even if it's not as pretty, like a big throw, I'm still gonna take him to his back. It's still very safe, no risk for me, as long as I keep this arm in front of my chest, and as long as I have the lat right here. One more time. This time I'm gonna show you how to do it without climbing above the elbow. I'm just gonna do it with the wrist. It still works very effective. All I have to do is make sure I don't let go of the wrist. Again, we're gonna peel 2-on-1. We come to this point. I'm just gonna grab right behind right here, step in front, and throw. Okay, super simple. Again, like I said, you can do it with the wrist, you can do it above the elbow. I personally prefer to be above the elbow. It's a lot more secure and it's tighter, and a lot more, the chance is much higher of you getting 4 points in a big throw, if that makes sense. Alright guys, welcome back to my 2-on-1 awesome moves. The next one is super cool, and I actually call it the nightmare because I'm the only one that I've seen that does it from that position. If you guys have seen someone, you should let me know on social media. I'll be happy to see it. But here's what it looks like from 2-on-1, okay? From 2-on-1, as soon as I get to this point, all I do is I continue again this motion. Just with this arm, I take this arm and I continue his motion forward. What that does, guys, is puts all the weight right here on his toes. You see how he's on his toes? Okay, all the weight is going forward, which is exactly what I want. By doing that, what happens is this leg becomes very, very light. There is no weight on it, okay? If we're right here, all the weight's on this leg. If I pull forward, the weight's not there. The center, his center, his body weight here is no longer on his legs. It's going forward, which is exactly what I want to make this leg light so I can pick it up off the ground. And here's what it looks like. I step forward, and I lower my level, and I come backwards. And as I come back, I turn my hand this way, and I scoot this leg, and I pull it off the mat. Here's what it looks like. Now, this is very, very important detail. If I just did this and let go, his momentum is so heavy going forward that I'm gonna slip. I'll never be able to hold that leg. So what I have to do is, and I did it really quick, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I want to make sure I break down the detail and let you know what I did. As soon as I picked this off, so put it down. As soon as I picked this off the mat, this arm came from the wrist, let go of the wrist, and caught it behind here. If I have his heel on top and this on his laces, he's not going anywhere here. He can't go anywhere. I'm so strong, okay? This is stronger than a lock, okay? Because I have his heel and I have his toes. He's not slipping anywhere here, okay? So this is a very, very important detail. Once I get to this point, guys, what I do is, there's a couple ways you can do it. What I do is I pull it here, I climb above the leg, I climb above the knee, and I finish on a back double leg, right here, okay? Super easy to finish. Again, I'm gonna break it down with peel, continue his motion forward, come back, grab on top, and I can go here or here, it doesn't matter. Can come on this side. Okay, I'm gonna show you what it looks like quick. Let's actually turn around so we can see it from a different angle as well. Peel 2-on-1. Okay. Guys, make sure, super important on how you control that leg, okay? I've done it a lot of times, to be honest with you, where I sweep that leg and then they kick away, okay? But that's how you learn, trial and error, right? Don't be afraid to go right back to it. Why wouldn't you? There is no risk, okay? If you guys get it, great, look cool, made the highlight video, got an easy takedown, super cool. You guys can say that you did the nightmare, right? But if you don't get it, there's zero risk. You go right back to wrestling and you don't lose anything, okay? The key things to focus on here are, when you peel the 2-on-1, make sure you distribute his weight, distribute his center of gravity to go forward, so that leg can become very, very light. That's the only way you're gonna be able to pull it and pick it off the mat. Once you do that, you come back and you change directions. You start going backwards, you really wanna sweep that, and immediately cover. This arm has to cover on top of the ankle right here and pull. Then it's very easy to finish on a back double. Just make sure that you guys are finishing above the knee, climb above the knee, and finish on a back double to secure your takedown every time. Alright guys, I hope you're enjoying your moves so far with the 2-on-1. You are now more knowledgeable about 2-on-1 the Russian type than the 99.9% of the wrestlers out there, okay? Or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys, or anyone else, okay? Here it is. Next one is super cool, super awesome. This is when you make the highlight reel. Here's what it looks like. You guys all know, most of you know, an arm throw, what it is, just a regular arm throw, okay? This is gonna be a reverse arm throw from 2-on-1. Super cool. They don't expect it, again, just like most of our moves. They don't expect it, and that's what makes those moves so awesome, and that's what makes them work so well. But here it is. We peel 2-on-1, okay? And then he's fighting here, he's grabbing my elbow, he's pulling me. It doesn't really matter if he has my elbow or not, but this is more difficult to do, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you how to do it from here. As soon as he gets my elbow and starts pulling me, what I wanna do is switch my lock down here. From this lock, right here, I rotate, and I go on top. So it's a reverse lock, okay? Rotate and go on top here. Now what I do is I plant on this foot heavy because I'm gonna pull his whole body behind me, right here. See, I wanna get him behind me, okay? Where he's stepping behind me, load it up, and all I'm gonna do here is extremely quickly level change, drop my level, and load him up on top. Pull, level change. Now, once we get to this point, notice the key, the details here. I'm down on this knee, on the front leg goes down to one knee. This arm pinches tight, this one pinches right here, and my neck is gonna pinch. Okay, so his arm is right across my neck right here, between my shoulder and my arm, and I'm gonna pinch everything. The way this works now is I take everything down, and when I take everything down, I help myself by pushing forward off of this leg, and I'm gonna drive forward right here to throw him in front of me. Here's what it looks like a little bit quicker. We peel, he grabs it, I rotate, pull behind me, switch, and throw. Woo! One more time, a little bit different angle. Sorry, I get excited, so I gotta do the final noise at the end. Very effective, okay? Here it is again. We peel, we rotate the wrist, here, rotate the wrist, pull him behind me, switch, and throw for 4 points every time. And that's how you make the highlight reel, my friends. Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying all your videos that you're getting. I'm sure you're probably overwhelmed, and so am I, but this is amazing and we're having a blast, and I hope you guys are enjoying all this content, all this valuable information. Okay, next move, super awesome, and you guys are going to use this a lot, okay? Everyone that attempts 2-on-1 has came across this defense that he's going to give me, okay, and it's super awkward. If you guys don't know how to defend it or how to finish from it, it's super awkward, and most guys end up losing that, losing the 2-on-1. You work so hard to get a 2-on-1, he pulls on your head and you lose it, and it's just a shame. So we got to know how to maximize that and how to finish, okay? Here's what it is. We peel, he pulls on my head and pushes away. Well, most of us, what do? A lot of us just lose it, right? Because it gets really slippery, especially when he's sweating halfway through the match, and it's hard for us to hold that, okay? You're gonna love it. We peel, he pulls on my head. The key here is to simply hold this wrist. That's all I care about. See, a lot of you guys think that you need to be super close right here and hold with this arm. That's not the case here. All I want to do is hold this super tight, the wrist, and keep it in front of me, okay? Now, if he's pushing super hard here, it doesn't matter, just everywhere in my face, okay? It doesn't matter. All I'm going to do, guys, is go over the top, and I have to grab above his elbow, okay? I have to be above the elbow, not down here because this doesn't really do much. Above the elbow, right here. I even go all the way back to the tricep, to the lat, okay? I pull, and I want to see how that gets him away from my face and to the side of me, which is exactly what I want. Once I get to this point, all I do is take a hop, baby step, hop, this, hop, and I put my leg right behind, okay? Now I start pulling myself and hopping on this leg and pulling on this one, pulling myself into him, and I go chest to chest right into him right here. Pull, 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 pull. Once I get to this point, guys, this is the motion. Okay, and we throw him right to his back, right here. Okay, super cool, little known move, okay? 4 points, again, we peel, he pushes on my head, okay? All I do is let go of this, I don't need it anymore. Pull him away, immediately close the gap. Right now there's so much gap between us, okay? As soon as I beat this and get it off my head, I close the gap immediately. He feels super awkward because this arm is in front of me and this one's behind. His arms are crossed. There's not much he can do, guys. So be confident. He can't shoot a double leg here. I'm standing straight up. He can't do anything because his arms are like this, okay? We're here, I go into him. Hop, hop, and come here, immediately hook this. I'm not gonna turn here. That's not gonna work. I keep turning towards him. I keep following him right here. Okay? I'll give you a different angle. 2-on-1, we peel. He's pushing my head away. Okay? All I'm gonna do is go here, pull this across. I'm gonna take a step, hop, come here, close the gap, turn into him. See how I'm going into him? Until I'm already behind and I'm ready to just kind of like a mule kick here, right? Boom. It's 4 points every time, and it works super awesome, okay? You guys, you may think that this is super complicated or you're not very likely to get it, but you're wrong, okay? I promise you it works super well. They never expect it. They think that they're 100% safe when they push the head away, and they're in for a rude awakening, okay? Some things that you guys need to focus on are, remember to keep the wrist. The wrist is the most important part. Remember to pull and grab above his elbow. You want to grab above his elbow. Remember to take the little hop, okay, and hook right on his knee. Not high, not up on the leg here, right at the knee. You want to hook right at the knee with your heel, pull yourself in. Do not turn your hips away from him like a hip thrust, like a hip throw, okay? Hip toss. You want to be into him. You want to turn face to face, chest to chest, and start going into him until it's time for you to throw him on his back, okay? You guys need to maximize this move and have an answer for everyone that goes out there and starts pushing your face from a 2-on-1 and quit losing this position. You guys need to start winning this, and this move is super, super simple and it works super, super well. Guys, welcome back. We are into our next amazing move from a 2-on-1 or Russian Thai series. This one, a lot of you guys I'm sure have at least seen or know of a double leg, right? A variation of a double leg from a 2-on-1, okay? And I'm here to show you my variation for a double leg that I found the most effective one, the most effective way to finish there. Okay, so from a 2-on-1, when he posts on my head, right? A lot of us used to do this. A lot of us used to just post here and go. But think about this. Look how much ground I have to cover. And a lot of times what ends up happening is you end up having a sloppy double leg attempt, okay? And you end up getting sprawled on, okay? I'm sure, how many of you guys have been there? A lot of you, right? I've been there for sure. When you come here and you get sprawled on, okay? And it's just no fun. And it makes you timid. It makes you nervous to try it again. And now not as confident to work from a 2-on-1, okay? Well, I'm here to save the day for you guys. 2-on-1, okay, they post on the head. We're still gonna hit a double leg and it's gonna be amazing, and it's gonna be, you're gonna get as deep as you've ever gotten before. Reason being is because I reach over the top, okay? I don't come here and post. Instead, I keep the wrist, I reach over the top, and key note, I grab above the elbow, I grab the tricep, okay? Grab the tricep, and why this works so well is because when I pull him, it's the same time I simultaneously pull him and lower my level, okay? Here's what happens. Look how deep I get, okay? Reason why this works so well is I'm not just posting where there is no pull towards me. I'm actually using this over the top to pull him towards me. I'm pulling his whole body to go basically on top of me. When I load him up here for a double leg, there is no stopping, okay? Here's what it looks like, quick. He posts on my face, I reach over the top, lower my level, I pull him, lower my level, and I spear forward for a double leg. Okay, it works super well. Let me show you a little bit of a different angle here. Again, 2-on-1 with peel, post on my head. Okay, I reach over the top. Don't be afraid to reach over the top. Pull across, lower my level, and be ready to just blow right through him on a double leg here. It works super awesome. And again, the key things here, why we're doing it this way instead of the post, the traditional post, is because on the traditional post, it's very easy for him to sprawl. They see it coming from a mile away, and it's just, you have to time it really perfectly to get it and be effective with it. This, you don't have to time it that perfectly because you're pulling his whole body over the top of you. There is not much that he can do. There's not much your opponent can do there to protect himself. All you have to do is pull, lower your level, blow through him on your regular double leg, and finish the way that your coaches teach you. Alright guys, welcome back. This one is very simple, but a lot of guys try to defend it that way, so you guys need to know it, okay? We're going to touch all the bases on 2-on-1, or Russian tie, whatever you want to call it. Again, we peel 2-on-1, we start the same way, we come here. A lot of guys actually will try to grab that leg, okay? So right here, yep, across, okay? And they think that they want to lift it and they think that they got you, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys have been there, okay? So, super simple to beat it. You just have to be aware of it and you just have to watch out for it, okay? Now, a little notes that I want to, side note here that I want to make, just as a general principle, okay, on 2-on-1s. You want to make sure that if you're giving up any legs, it's the near leg. You never give up the far leg. If he gets a hold of the far leg, you're kind of screwed, okay? It's just not very easy to get out of, especially if he just goes right here, steps behind you, okay? Right. Super hard to get out of that, okay? So what we want to do is make sure that we only give up the front leg, okay? If he grabs the front leg, it's super easy for me. All I'm going to do, guys, is hop, continue his motion here because that helps me get behind him, okay? Get behind him, I hop, and I go ahead and pull my leg. I just let him right here. I get in front, and I hook this leg. Super simple, I'm behind him. Now if I just take him down here, it's 2 points, right? It's 2 points for a folk style, and for freestyle, I have to just pull my leg around behind him and go behind, okay? But let me show you how I like to finish here to maximize this move again. We're 2-on-1, he grabs my leg, I hop into him. Once I get here, I sink around the neck immediately and I wrap right here. Now watch, if I just grab right here like this, guys, it's tight, yeah, it's very tight, but it's still, you know, especially if he's sweaty, it's still very slippery. What I do to prevent this, to prevent his head and arm from slipping at all, doesn't matter how sweaty he is or how, whatever the case may be, all I do is I sink this arm deep and I make a lock right here, above the, I grab my own arm and this one locks above his elbow, okay, right here. Now once I get to this point, I take him to the mat and I turn him over. Right here. Get my 2 points. Hold him on his back. There's nowhere he can go. If he recovers, I just roll again. Because once I get this super tight, it goes across his neck right here and it gets really tight. One more time, I'm going to show you from a different angle. Okay, we're here, 2-on-1, he attempts to grab my leg, I immediately jump, sink this arm, and go. I want to elevate this leg right here, and notice I hold this tight right here, okay? I'm turning into him, there's not much he can do right here. Okay, works super well, very easy to finish, and you make him pay for attempting to grab your leg. What's up guys, welcome back. This is our next super awesome cool move from a 2-on-1, okay? Why it works so well is because a lot of times you get the same look from guys when they're defending, which they end up going across, reaching across, and grabbing your elbow, okay? So you may have seen earlier in the earlier episodes where we transition from an elbow to a front headlock, okay? It's gonna be very similar, but the finish is so much better that we can just end the match. We can pin him right there on the spot. So here's what it looks like. We peel the arm, we peel 2-on-1, and he tries to reach across and grab my elbow and even pull me, okay? All we're gonna do here is transition from this to an underhook on the far side, okay? We're gonna again come with this one on top and snap his arm under, or I'm sorry, his head under, right here. When we get to this point, the old move was I was coming all the way down and I was going behind, and that's cool, it's awesome, but it's just a takedown, right? It's just 2 points, okay? If he's really good at defending a front headlock, it's going to be kind of challenging for me, or if he's just, giving me a little bit of resistance from going behind, I'm going to surprise him and finish with this awesome roll. Here's what it looks like. Again, we peel, 2-on-1, he grabs it, I come under, snap, and as soon as I get here, I roll immediately. He gets super tight on his neck, and you get the pin there instead of just a takedown. I'm going to show you again one more time, just from a different angle, okay? Here's what it looks like. We peel 2-on-1. He grabs my elbow on the far side, and I transition from here underhook, snap, and we get to this point. As soon as we get here, okay, all I'm gonna do is roll under. Sink this arm deep and catch him right here. Don't let go of the chin. I have his chin right now, and he can't get nowhere here, and I just squeeze everything tight. Okay? Again, the notes here, the important key notes to this move. You have to go to an underhook. When you put your arm out on top, you have to snap and immediately keep your arm short. Don't go deep here. If you sink your elbow deep here, it makes it a lot more challenging for you. After you snap for a front headlock, make sure you grab the chin and you stay here, short arms, okay? And then when you're rolling, don't switch the lock, just keep it under, okay? You don't have to switch anything. Start rolling and pull the chin. That's what makes this move work really, really well. You have to pull the chin, and then when you roll all the way through, sink this arm deep, and catch him right there on his back where there's no rebuttal, right? He can't recover from that. Alright guys, welcome back. We are super excited to show you our next move. And this is, again, obviously 2-on-1, right? 2-on-1 is super simple. And we're going to transition from 2-on-1 to the near side, kind of like a knee pull, sweep single. But it's a really, really cool way to finish, and it makes it effortless for you to finish, and it's super easy, and that's why I'm showing it to you today. Peel 2-on-1. If this leg is back, how do we get it? Again, the same as the previous times I've shown you. All we do is take one step back and make him step right here. Perfect. As soon as he gets close to me, that's what I want. I'm just looking at the near leg right here, okay? As soon as I get to this point, again, I'm going to continue the motion forward here. Why I do that? The reason I do that is so I can turn his body this way, where it's very difficult for him to sprawl on me, okay? So once I'm here, I turn his body, and what makes this move work so well is I have to drop my shoulder from being on top, right here, to being under, okay? That's what makes it very easy for me to reach that leg. Again, from here, take a baby step, go towards him, and drop to the leg. Again, we're here. Once I get to this point, I pull the leg. If he wizards here, it doesn't really matter what he does. He can stand up, wizard, it doesn't matter. All I do here, guys, is sink the back arm deep and reach across. Check it out right here. I reach deep and I go right here and I catch his knee, okay? Makes it very, very difficult for him to defend. Once I get that knee, all I do is circle behind him. Again, we're here, drop, circle. You can transition into leg lacing freestyle, or you can just get your takedown in folk style. Again, a little different angle here. We peel, 2-on-1, switch, pull, drop under, rotate, or just go behind. Now, key things of this move. Number one, once you peel your 2-on-1, you want to continue his motion forward again. You want to make sure that the near leg is stepping forward and is close to me. The closer the leg is to me, the easier this move is, okay? So, we want to make sure he steps forward, drop to the knee, and we steal it. We kind of just reach, steal the knee and pull it back, okay? I don't want to push forward. This is very important. I don't want to push forward yet. All I do is grab it and take it back, okay? That makes it the leg becomes very light that way. It's very easy for me to take it backwards, okay? Once I get there, all I do is sink my shoulder low, really, really low, and I go deep with this arm to go across, and I want to reach and grab his knee, right on the kneecap. As soon as I get the kneecap, I start circling behind and he loses balance. His legs end up being tangled up, and he can no longer defend there, and I finish with my takedown.